The sun rises over the small town of Maplewood. Emma wakes up and looks at her alarm clock. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. She gets out of bed and walks to the window. The sky is blue and the birds are singing. Emma smiles because today is a very special day. Emma goes to the bathroom to wash her face. She brushes her teeth and combs her hair quickly. Then she puts on her favorite blue dress. She looks in the mirror and feels happy. Today, she has an important interview in the city. She wants to get a job at a big company downtown. Emma goes to the kitchen to make breakfast. She pours some milk into a bowl of cereal. She also makes a cup of hot coffee. While eating, she checks the schedule on her phone. The bus leaves at 8:30 from the station. She has plenty of time, so she eats slowly. After breakfast, Emma packs her bag. She puts her resume and some papers inside. She also takes a bottle of water and an umbrella. The weather looks nice, but you never know. She checks her bag one more time carefully. Everything is ready for her important day. Emma puts on her shoes and grabs her keys. She locks the door and walks down the stairs. The street is quiet and peaceful this morning. She walks past the bakery and smells fresh bread. A friendly neighbor waves at her from his garden. Emma waves back and continues walking with a smile. On her way, Emma sees a small kitten on the sidewalk. The kitten looks lost and a little bit scared. Emma stops and kneels down to pet the kitten. She looks around, but she cannot see the owner anywhere. She decides to take the kitten to the nearby pet shop. The shop owner agrees to help find the kitten's home. Emma checks her watch, and her eyes grow wide. It is already 8:15, and she is far from the station. She starts to walk faster, then begins to jog. Her heart beats quickly as she rushes down the street. She passes the post office and the library quickly. The bus station is just around the corner, she thinks. Emma reaches the main road near the station, but the traffic light turns red and cars start moving. She waits impatiently, tapping her foot on the ground. The seconds feel like minutes as she watches the cars pass. Finally, the light turns green, and she runs across the street. She can see the bus station just 100 meters away. At the station, the bus driver checks his watch. He decides to leave 5 minutes early today. The bus engine starts, and the doors close slowly. A few passengers are already sitting comfortably inside. The bus pulls away from the station quietly. Nobody notices that one passenger is still missing. Emma runs into the station, breathing heavily. She looks at the empty space where the bus should be. Her face turns pale, and she feels a lump in her throat. She missed the bus by only 2 minutes. She sits down on a bench and puts her head in her hands. The next bus will not come for another 2 hours. Emma feels very sad and disappointed. She thinks about her interview and starts to cry a little. All her hard work and preparation seem wasted now. She takes out her phone to call the company office. Maybe they can reschedule her appointment for another day. But nobody answers the phone, and she feels even worse. An old woman sitting nearby notices Emma's tears. She walks over and sits next to Emma on the bench. "Dear, why are you crying?" the woman asks kindly. Emma explains that she missed her bus to the city. The old woman smiles and says, "Don't worry, my dear. My son is driving to the city right now in his car." The old woman calls her son on the phone. After a short conversation, she tells Emma the good news. Her son will pick them up in 10 minutes at the station. Emma cannot believe her luck and thanks the woman many times. She dries her tears and feels hope returning to her heart. Sometimes, kindness from a stranger can change everything. A blue car arrives, and a young man waves from inside. Emma and the old woman get into the comfortable car. The man introduces himself as David, the old woman's son. He drives carefully but quickly along the highway. Emma looks at the scenery passing by the window. Green fields and tall trees stretch as far as she can see. After 40 minutes, they reach the city center. David stops the car right in front of the company building. Emma checks her watch and sees she still has 30 minutes. She thanks David and his mother from the bottom of her heart. She promises to help others whenever she can in the future. David smiles and says, "Pass the kindness forward. That's all." Emma walks into the tall building with confidence. She takes the elevator to the 10th floor quietly. The receptionist tells her to wait in the lobby. A few minutes later, a woman calls her name politely. Emma follows her into a bright and modern office room. 3 people are sitting at a long table, waiting for her. The interviewers ask Emma many questions. She answers each one clearly and with a friendly smile. She talks about her skills and her love for learning new things. She also tells them the story about the missed bus that morning. The interviewers laugh and say she has a great attitude. Emma feels relaxed and speaks from her heart honestly. After the interview, Emma waits outside nervously. She looks at her phone and checks the time again and again. Then, the main interviewer comes out with a big smile. "Emma, we would like to offer you the position," he says. Emma's eyes fill with joy, and she almost jumps with happiness. She accepts the offer and shakes everyone's hand warmly. Emma leaves the building feeling like she is dreaming. She takes a taxi back to the bus station in Maplewood. On the bus ride home, she thinks about her amazing day. She almost missed everything because of a delay. But a kind stranger turned her bad luck into good fortune. She looks out the window and watches the sunset beautifully. Emma arrives home and tells her family the good news. Her mother hugs her, and her father says he is very proud. Emma sits down and writes about her day in her diary. She learns that problems can become opportunities sometimes. And she learns that kindness from strangers is a precious gift. From that day on, Emma always leaves home 10 minutes early.
Alarm clock. A clock that makes a noise to wake you up at a specific time. Emma wakes up and looks at her alarm clock. Interview. A formal meeting where someone asks you questions to see if you are suitable for a job. Today she has an important interview in the city. Schedule. A plan that shows when things will happen or when you must do things. While eating, she checks the schedule on her phone. Resume. A document that lists your education, work experience, and skills. She puts her resume and some papers inside her bag. Kitten. A young cat. Emma sees a small kitten on the sidewalk. Jog. To run slowly for exercise or to get somewhere quickly. She starts to walk faster, then begins to jog. Watch. A small clock that you wear on your wrist. The bus driver checks his watch. Lump. A feeling of something hard or uncomfortable in your throat when you want to cry. She feels a lump in her throat when she misses the bus. Appointment. A plan to meet someone or go somewhere at a specific time. Maybe they can reschedule her appointment for another day. Car. A vehicle with 4 wheels that people drive on roads. My son is driving to the city right now in his car. Scenery. The natural features of an area, such as mountains, trees, and rivers. Emma looks at the scenery passing by the window. Lobby. A large open area inside the entrance of a building where people can wait. The receptionist tells her to wait in the lobby. Attitude. The way you think and feel about something, shown in your behavior. The interviewers say she has a great attitude. Position. A job or role in a company or organization. We would like to offer you the position. Delay. A situation where something happens later than expected. She almost missed everything because of a delay. Opportunities. Chances to do something or achieve something good. Problems can become opportunities sometimes.
Bakery, a place where bread, cakes, and other baked foods are made and sold. She walks past the bakery and smells fresh bread. Receptionist, a person who works in an office or hotel and helps visitors. The receptionist tells her to wait in the lobby. Fortune, good luck or success. A kind stranger turned her bad luck into good fortune. Precious, very valuable and important. Kindness from strangers is a precious gift.
Why was Emma going to the city? Model answer. Emma was going to the city because she had an important job interview at a big company downtown. Question 2. Why did Emma miss the bus? Model answer. Emma missed the bus because she stopped to help a lost kitten and took it to a pet shop, which made her late. Also, the bus left 5 minutes early. Q3. Who helped Emma get to the city? Model answer. An old woman and her son David helped Emma by giving her a ride to the city in their car. Q4. What did Emma learn from her experience? Model answer. Emma learned that problems can become opportunities sometimes, and that kindness from strangers is a precious gift. She also learned to leave home 10 minutes early. What happened at the end of the story? Model answer. At the end of the story, Emma got the job position, went home happy, and promised to help others whenever she could in the future.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson.